Hello, Blue Springs, and welcome to this edition of Positively Blue Springs here on the BSSD Media Network. I'm Tony Reisinger, Sideline Sports. So happy you could join us today. Today we're going to have just one guest. He's Coach Tim Crone. He has received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Simone Foundation, award that is so deserving to him. And we're going to talk to Coach Crone about his days as Activities Director at Blue Springs High School and a part of the Blue Springs School District. It's all straight ahead here on Positively Blue Springs here on the BSSD Media Network.
Man, these boneless chicken wings are great.
Yeah, I know. I finally found myself a wingman.
You're going to use the wing as your wingman?
Yeah, for the ladies.
How is that going to help you at all?
It's going to make me irresistible.
All right. Yeah, going to give you that certain je ne sais quoi.
Jenna said what?
Jenna?
Did she mention me by name, or was it just kind of like, was she just talking in general?
I said je ne sais quoi.
I know, but what did she say?
Be a wingman with new all-white meat boneless chicken wings in 3 flavors and save room for creamy cheesecake bites. This is how you Sonic.
BR Carpet, located at 1901 Northwest Jefferson in Blue Springs, carries a complete line of quality name brand flooring products: carpet, hardwood, tile and stone, laminate, vinyl, and now countertops. You will find it at BR Carpet. Customers appreciate the friendly service and professional installation they receive at BR Carpet, knowing their job will be completed promptly and done right. Update your floors with the help of the folks who are proud to be a sponsor of Positively Blue Springs. That's BR Carpet. Blue Springs owned and operated BR Carpet. More than a great floor. Call BR Carpet at 224-0777. That's 224-0777. Online at brcarpet.com.
Welcome back to Positively Blue Springs here on the BSSD Media Network. I'm Tony Reisinger, Sideline Sports, and so happy for our guest today to be a longtime friend, a legend here in the Blue Springs School District and the Blue Springs community. He is Coach Tim Crone, the former Activities Director, longtime Activities Director and coach, and #1 fan of Blue Springs High School and the Blue Springs School District. And Coach, as always, welcome back to Positively Blue Springs.
Tony, it's always a pleasure to be here with you and Pete. This place is quite the Taj Mahal now.
Isn't it?
And it's kind of interesting how it's grown. I remember when Pete came on staff here at Blue Springs, and he was building this just like you build a football program.
Oh, and he's got students in college that are doing great things. We're probably going to see him on the network news and working behind the scenes, owning radio stations and televisions. This right here, I'm glad you brought it up because without BSSD TV, this show doesn't exist. It's amazing that a school district like the Blue Springs School District has this to offer its students as an opportunity.
You bet it is. You know, I've had an opportunity, when I was president of the State Athletic Directors Association, I had a chance to talk several occasions. They always wanted to know how Blue Springs, as far as public relations work, because, it does have a great reputation in the state of Missouri. And this is a prime example. I'll say one thing for Pete and Annette Segal and all the administrators who have been involved, and particularly you and Brian Johnson. You guys had a little foresight and vision when we first started all this. I mean, our football games and all the stuff that we do, you received awards for that, and it's just really been a positive thing in promoting Blue Springs School District.
And it's a total team effort, and without Pete Grigsby and BSS TV, we're not on TV with our football games, whereas if our football games are not on TV on Friday nights, Pete's phone's ringing, my phone's ringing, people expect, kids in Blue Springs right now, if you play high school football, they expect when they grow up and they play high school football that their games are going to be on TV. It's not just a given. It's a great collaboration, a great deal of teamwork between the Blue Springs School District, Vision Sports, BSSD TV, KCWJ. Just a great example of great organizations, like you say, who get it working together.
Yeah, it really is, and I think the kids' expectations, everybody in the community, is very positive because of it. And I think that's what makes all the activities so positive. I don't think there's a better thing in the world that a student can do than to be involved in high school activities to better themselves, not only in the classroom but outside, to be able to compete in the world today.
Yeah, and it's not just athletics. When you're the activities director, you went from athletic director to activities director, and there's so many great activities, and we always see the state championship football teams, the state championship wrestling teams, the outstanding track teams, the outstanding marching bands with Dr. Allshouse over at Blue Springs, and right here with Kenny Hansen at Blue Springs South. But you throw in debate and robotics and And I don't know if, you know, as activities directors, I know you went to the theater productions and everything. There's just an amazing amount of talent here in Blue Springs and all over the place. And I can't encourage people, if you haven't been to an activities event, whether it be a debate competition, whether it be an orchestra concert, whether it be a marching band competition, you need to get out because
it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Just the way that, you know, in the old days where we just had, you know, our telephones with a cord, that was our way of communicating in the mail. Now there's so many different things that we have for communications. But that's just what the talent at the high schools has gone to, just not just great kids, but great kids who can do great things activities-wise and in the classroom.
Yeah, you know, and Pete will testify to this, and I know you will, because every Friday night we get to do the athletic end of it. But it's amazing. He was talking about his kids that are now graduating from MU and go on and, you know, probably get a news job in one of the local news stations right off because he just got it. He's got that talent. It's like an athlete that is, you know, has that particular it factor that we always talk about. But, yeah, it's a great opportunity, and there's so many talented kids in so many ways here.
Name this program is Positive Blue Springs. When people think of Tim Crone, they think of Blue Springs. I think you're Positively Blue Springs. You received an award here by the you know, the Simone Awards that give the outstanding high school football player awards and everything. There's a new award. It's called the New York Life. There's your plug for New York Life. Lifetime Achievement Award. Someone who's basically giving the utmost for high school football, and you're the first recipient of this award. You know all the other people that have given their hearts and their souls to high school football. Many of them are your friends, okay? Many of them coached you, they coached with you. What does it mean to you to receive the first Lifetime Achievement Award from the Simones?
Well, first of all, I'm very humbled, and I've been very blessed. I've been able to work with some people. Really, when you receive an award like that, and I have to admit, it meant a lot to me. But when you receive an award like that, it causes you to reflect a little bit. And really, I really have been blessed because I have a wonderful family, wonderful parents, and wonderful wife and children and grandchildren. And I had the opportunity to coach with people that were outstanding, all the coaches. The teachers were fantastic. The administrators really did a great job of supporting all the programs. But more importantly, probably the most important thing to me in this particular award is that I love the kids. And, you know, I think that when we were talking about before the show started, the most important thing in life is what you give to others, you know, how you make somebody else's life better. And sometimes you don't get that opportunity. And back again, that's where I'm very thankful to the Blue Springs School District for giving us the opportunity to be able to take some of our ideas and try to you know, get them into the school system, athletically, activities-wise, and of course, you know the educational standards here. And but you know, I've really been blessed, and you know, I've been around good people. I had great coaches. You know, people always ask, and I write that article for Examiner. I didn't have a bad coach. I didn't have a bad coach in college at Northwest. I've never had a bad coach, so that experience is one I really haven't had. So I've really been blessed with guys who were great mentors. Again, I had a great mom and dad. I got a great wife, and you know, had all those factors that play in that I've really been fortunate. In a lot of ways, Tony, I think I've been lucky, and I really appreciate it, the award. Really respect the Simone family because they've done so much for high school football in the Kansas City area. They've been great. Really, I think people don't realize it's like being in New York City with all the coverage that you get now during football season, for example, in the fall. And the coverage of sports is just magnificent, and it's really ahead of its time compared to any place else probably in the Midwest. I know it's a lot better in St. Louis because St. Louis guys are always asking about it, but been really fortunate. So, but I've had great people, you know. I've been in great situations, and I just hope that I did the best I could. Sometimes I reflect back and think I could have done more. But in the same token, you know, I feel good about that I gave it my best shot.
Right. And they say as an administrator, as a boss, as a manager, key thing is to surround yourself with great people. And that's something that you've done. And the success of the people that you've surrounded yourself with, people who have coached for you, people who have coached with you, people who have worked with you, is amazing. Tell us about some of those success stories.
Well, you know, really, this award belongs to all those people. You know, like, when I first came here, of course, Tom Goddard was AD, and he had me be as an assistant. Wayne McGinnis was, I was assistant head coach under Wayne. Barb Vance was my secretary. She was stellar. I mean, what a workhorse she was. And then you look at the coaching staff at Blue Springs. Kelly Donahoe, Frank Wheeler now, who's a basketball coach now, is the AD. Doug McClagg, and of course at that time Gary Parker and Brad Mayfield, and Bill Shalley and some of those guys there. Tim McElligot's the head baseball coach now, and Brad Mayfield was before. I think one thing about, I go on with names, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. I had 3 great principals, too. I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up. Ted Lumen, who's one of my best friends, everybody knows that. I had the opportunity to work with him. And Jim Finley, who's now the superintendent of schools. There was never a person that I more enjoyed working with and for than Jim Finley. He's a class act from head to toe. And then Dave Adams, who he came in, and hopefully I helped him on my way out of his retirement a little bit, But in all the vice principals, I had great vice principals that I worked with. So many, Keith Max, who ended up principal here. Dennis Tuggle. Of course, Finley was also a vice principal and did a great job there. Bob Eddington, a longtime vice principal, is a great guy. Bill Cowling, who's now assistant superintendent. You can see how these guys have moved right on up, and they're in charge now. I had dinner with Bill Cowling the other night, and probably that's the thing I'm the most proud of, is that, if you can affect people's lives in a positive way, and they go on and do things even better than what you did, that really is the reward that you get when you get old and you retire and you look back on it, because it's what you give to other people. It's not what you do for yourself. I mean, you could be famous and have a lot of money, but that doesn't really get it. It's what you do for other people in this world. And I've been blessed, and we've been very, very fortunate, and this is a great situation, like all of you know.
And the thing, I'm glad you mentioned Dr. Maxey, because this is the Blue Springs School District. And you have Blue Springs High School, okay, and you have Blue Springs South High School. And the friendships between the administrators and the teachers and even the students between the two schools is still there, because I know that is always there. And just like you and Dr. Dow, the former principal here, very close, and how closely you work.
We coach together,
right? And with Coach Bubalo,
right?
Who your activities directors here,
guy.
Just wonderful guys. And that's just what the Blue Springs School District is. It is a big family, and that is just driven with success, and that just provides outstanding opportunities for not only its teachers but also for the students.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Education comes first, but boy. You look at Mark Bubalo, and you talk about Randy, we coached together. He actually was a coach at Blue Springs and was assistant, and he helped me with the defense and was still teaching over here at Blue Springs. And I would be remiss too, and Dr. McGraw was the one that hired me, which I really appreciate. Dr. Blaine, who was a principal at that time, I appreciate him as well. And also Paul Kinder has done so much for the school district. So all those guys, that's kind of why it's been successful, though, because everybody gets it and everybody knows their role. It's called a team, and to me that's the most important word in the English language is team. And I think that they've done a good job through the years of understanding where you fit in the team and what your responsibilities were.
What is some of your fondest memories as activities director and as a teacher in the Blue Springs School District?
Well, I would say two things, and I'm sorry I have to relate them to athletics, and I will have to relate them, although I love being head softball coach. And the most loyal kids I've ever coached have been those girls on that softball team. Matter of fact, on this award on Facebook, I've got all those girls, and I feel bad that they didn't get the opportunity to play for the state championship because it was a different deal the way the state was set up, because I feel like we could have won a couple there. But probably the first time we ever beat Jeff City, in 1992, and then we ended up winning the state championship in 92, so I'll kind of combine all that together. Blue Springs School District didn't know whether or not for sure that they could win the big one. And it's kind of like the University of Missouri. They're in a lot of the championship games, but they still have yet to get over the hump. I think the day we beat Jeff City in state semifinals and went on to win the state championship for the first one in football for now either school in 1992 was really the turning point for the school as far as the conference is concerned. Not just in football, and I don't mean that just in football. It was like that was what you were supposed to do, and it just took off. I don't even know how, if I can explain it. And sometimes the good Lord puts you in the right place at the right time. This place was ready to boom and ready to go that direction, so that's where I was very fortunate and lucky. But that really set the stage for the success of Blue Springs, and quite frankly, the success of Blue Springs South. I remember when we split, I told everybody how good Blue Springs South was going to be, because I knew, because I coached the kids who were going to go there, and me and Coach McGinnis talked about that on several occasions, and it turned out that we were right there too, because they've had, I don't know if you could find many schools anywhere in the country when you split and have the success that both of these high schools have.
Right.
Not just in sports, but I'm talking, I mean, here we sit in the Taj Mahal. How many schools have got a radio and TV set up like this?
One.
Yeah, one. And
this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's to my point.
Right.
You know, but that, I'd have to say, without a doubt, in 1992, when I really knew then we had turned it around and it was going to go our direction. And quite frankly, it has gone our direction ever since.
I can't get you out of here without talking to you, because another affinity that you have as activities director was with the marching band.
Oh, you bet.
And tell us about, you got to march in some great parades and everything. Tell us about you know, marching band and what it means to the school district.
Well, you know, I've been doing a little consulting stuff for a few high schools. They're trying to catch the same pizzazz that the Blue Springs School District has, and it's kind of interesting to see how everything is different. But I think a real success is sets the stage for any high schools in the fall with your football team and your band. You know, I was associated with Tim Allhouse. I've said this about Tim before. Tim's the best teacher, and I don't mean to talk about all the people that I've had the opportunity to work with. Tim is the very best teacher I've ever seen, ever. My time in Wyoming, my time in St. Louis, my time in Pleasant Hill, Laramie, Wyoming was a grad assistant. I've never seen a better teacher. And you know, I had the opportunity to go with him to Macy's Day Parade, went to the inaugural, President Obama's inaugural parade. I've traveled all over the country with him. And it's a magnificent thing. I know Blue Springs South has the same thing in their band. I don't know the band director, but I know what a wonderful job they've done. And really, you know, I get the opportunity, you see this Jewel thing, I'm getting up to go do a basketball game here tonight. I get the opportunity to do Division II games in football, basketball, and baseball. Yeah. And I don't really think that the Blue Springs people really realize how magnificent the band and the facilities and all the stuff is, because I do Division II all over the country, really the Midwest, as you well know, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky. And I mean, the facilities and the band. Every Saturday I go watch the Division II band, and then I come on Friday nights. You know, I just came from a Friday night game doing that, and it's just magnificent. You know what our band does, and all this stuff really does go out through the country. Real quickly, if I can, you know, I was down in Tennessee where me and my wife travel a lot in January and February, and you've heard me tell this story before. I was working out in the morning, and I had a Blue Springs T-shirt on, and I didn't know this guy. We were right outside Memphis, and he said, Blue Springs High School in Missouri by Kansas City. I go, yeah, how'd you know? And he goes, well, everybody knows about those programs. And then I got to talking with him. But he was sincere, and he was from Mississippi. And he had heard, you know, and I do think he had a relative over in Kansas City, Kansas, but it wasn't even on the Missouri side, but they knew about Blue Springs. And he knew all about the activity. He knew about the band. He knew about the football teams. And I thought, wow. You know, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, working out, and the guy comes up and starts talking to me about the district and what they've done. So I've been blessed. Really, an award like this, I'm very honored, very humble, very happy to get something like that, particularly from the Simones, because I kind of was around when the Simones really were first getting us going, and I really think a lot of Anthony Simone and what he's done. And so it means a lot to me. But really, this award goes to all those people we've been talking about today.
Two final questions to wrap this up. First thing is, as activities director, okay, you don't just work with activities, you work with the communities. And one thing we can't say enough about here in the Blue Springs community is the business community.
Yep.
They make it roll. You can start with Gary Cobb over at Luna Bowl, self-serving, Cobby, and my brother Bill Reisinger over at Sonic, Joe Bowman at BR Carpet, Dr. Foster at Foster Dental Care, and the list could go on and on and on.
Right.
How important is the business community and involvement of the business community in the success of a school district?
Oh, it's huge. And, you know, seeing how the other schools are trying to catch the magic that the Blue Springs district has, they really don't have the backing that we do have. You know, just like all the bond issues and levies, you know, I've been involved in those, particularly when I retired to help Dr. Finley when he was assistant superintendent with that. And, you know, just total support. I mean, we have bond issues and levies that pass by 85%, you know, and you just...
You don't see that in other communities.
No, you do not see that in other communities. You really don't. And
it's tax dollars like that, and just to be self-serving here where we sit right now, that provides our students with the opportunities. This is a state-of-the-art television and radio studio, okay? Which, and you see how great we know how great the activities are and how beautiful the facilities are. But this is thanks to the taxpayers of Blue Springs.
But the taxpayers get it.
Yeah.
They understand that the youth, and that's my point, it's not what you have yourself and accumulate, it's what you give on your way through to other people. And I'd have to say the whole town understands that, because the young people is the future of everything we do in America. I don't care what anybody says. And we have to put our monies and our interests and our values into those young people to continue to progress, like I said. And I use Bill Kelly, I want the people that I've been associated with to do a better job than what I did. And I think that they feel the same way, and that's how you continue to progress.
Okay. Last question. This is Blue Springs. Okay, I know it means a ton to you. You love this town.
Right.
What do you love about this town?
The people. You know, the people, and you know, they really do get it in the sense that, you know, I talk a lot about parents, and you know, it's different. They put a lot of pressure. But you know, really, 95% of them through my whole career were very positive. So I'd have to say the support of all the people in the community. You mentioned the business community, but you know, your bosses and the people that live here, because they do see what's really important in life, and they not only talk about it, they back it up.
Yeah. And also, like you said, mentioned the parents, they do a great job with their kids. They provide the kids to the Blue Springs School District, and the Blue Springs School District does what they do, and we just put out outstanding citizens. And it's always great. I love with the Blue Springs School District to see how many teachers there are that are former students in the Blue Springs School District that come
Well, you know me. I've told everybody and I did that quite a bit. All the people I hired were Blue Springs people. You know, if I had to bring them in and scream at them a little bit, it was just like when I coached them and taught them. They knew that this was the standard. This is what was expected, and this is what you're going to do. And that makes it pretty easy.
Yep.
And they want to be involved in that. You know, people want discipline. They want to be successful. They want leadership, and they knew what. And I would hire a Blue Springs kid every time if I got a chance. There's no question about it.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you so much for joining us today on Positive Blue Springs. I wanted to have you on because I know you have a passion for Blue Springs, but also to recognize you for this outstanding award. And it is a fantastic award. You're the first recipient, the New York Lifetime Achievement Award, which is presented by the Simone Foundation, which is, you know, presents the Heisman Trophy for high school football. And I think the great thing with this award is they couldn't have made a better choice. But too many times, the recipient of this award is, a lot of times it's done, you know, when the person's no longer with us. Okay, but I think it's great that you receive this award, and that because I know that how much you treasure this award. And like I said, congratulations on it. The name of this program is Positive Blue Springs. You, sir, are Positive Blue Springs, and I want to thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate it. And you know, you're one of the reasons why, you know, in my career, as far as retirement is concerned, I've enjoyed it so much because I put myself around great people in that too.
All right, well, thanks for that. This is Positive Blue Springs, a presentation of the BSSD Media Network.
Cars are more than just metal. They're our best friend, and our best friend's best friend. They're our chariots and our workhorses. They make us feel alive, and they put us to sleep. They make us laugh, and they make us proud. So when something happens to them, something happens to us. From dents and scratches to glass and collision repair, CarStar Auto Body Repair experts do it all.
For all your auto body repairs, go to your locally owned KC Auto Car Star in Blue Springs.
Thinking about college? Then check out Metropolitan Community College Blue River. We offer transfer programs that give you the foundation for a bachelor's degree and career programs such as Police Academy, and Fire Academy that reward you with a quick access to great jobs. Our small class sizes give you personal attention and our class times fit your busy lifestyle. MCC Blue River's cost is 1/3 that of most universities, and financial aid and scholarships are available to those who qualify. Check out our online courses and Saturday classes. Go to mcckc.edu to enroll today or call 816-604-1000. Again, that's 816-604-1000. Blue River is a campus of Metropolitan Community College.
Good driver? State Farm agent Chad Smith has a discount for that and a lot more. Call or stop by today.
Print Graphics, located at the corner of 10th and Vesper in Blue Springs, has been providing its thousands of satisfied customers with high-quality print products and services for 22 years. Fast, friendly, and professional service. That's what you can expect every time at Print Graphics. Print Graphics is locally owned and operated and offers the same high-quality products and services as the larger print shops, but at a lower cost. For business letterhead, envelopes, invitations, announcements, catalogs, brochures, or any type of printing product or service, phone or visit Print Graphics. That's Print Graphics, 945 Northwest Vesper in Blue Springs. You can call Print Graphics at 228-1053. That's 228-1053. Or visit them online at printgraphicskc.com.
Welcome back to Positivity Blue Springs here on the BSSD Media Network. I want to thank our guest that made it fantastic today. Thank you and congratulations to Coach Tim Crone, so deserving of the Lifetime Achievement Award presented by the Simone Foundation, and they couldn't have picked a better guy. I also want to thank you, the viewers at home, for tuning in to Positive Blue Springs. I also want to thank the Blue Springs School District for providing this opportunity and this forum to present the program. I'm Tony Reisinger, Sideliner Sports, saying happy holidays and make it a great day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Foster. Welcome to our practice. Foster Dental Care was founded in 1980. We've been a part of Eastern Jackson County since that time. I chose this area because my wife and I wanted to be close to the metropolitan area, but yet still be in a small town, and Blue Springs definitely has a small town feel even as it's grown.
Foster Dental Care, we really do every procedure from general dentistry, fillings, extractions, dentures, and up to cosmetic dentistry, Invisalign, braces, whitening, veneers. You name it, we do it here at Foster Dental Care.
We're a one-stop shop. We can treat anything from your dental emergency to your orthodontics.
I think what sets us apart here at Foster Dental Care is just our ability to serve a wide variety of patients and a wide variety of services, and while delivering the best possible dentistry in a warm and compassionate and comfortable environment.
Forming relationships with our patients is just as important to us as treating their dental needs. Seeing our patients walk out with a smile and a great experience is our goal.
I just love seeing patients, and just getting to do that on a day-to-day basis is wonderful. I love working with my team as we just strive to provide the best dentistry in the area and expand our knowledge in being able to do so.
At Foster Dental Care, our main concern is putting patients first and giving you the smile that you've always wanted. We look forward to your visit.